Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Throwing on second down. Carr trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Carr. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A very solid gain of 27.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Strip that ball.
From the gun, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8 against KC, 2-6 before Mahomes became the starter. Well, the road not likely to get any easier anytime soon. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. To throw again. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
To throw his Carr. This is caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson.
Right there. All day, baby.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line. D-line. Yo, Chief. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, last week he found his way in the backfield from that linebacker position for 4 tackles for a loss. Another one there, 1st quarter.
Yeah, help me out because we watched tape together before this game. We were watching what he did last week. Did that field tilt in his favor where he was just running downhill? It certainly felt like it, didn't it? It felt like it on that play as well.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3 down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Mike 29. Hey, 15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Carl trying again on second down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second down at the 43-yard line.
Yellow. 180. Watch the screen. Pass.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And Butker able to put this one through. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. KC got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh, no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Now Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr has got it to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Carr finds Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Carr now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Carr. And he whips that one incomplete there.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Let's go.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. Dances by him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. from the gun. It's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Attack, attack! Mike 50, Mike 50! Come on. You better bring it. Bravo! 50. Yellow. 50's to Mike.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Going up top. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. 3 down. Ain't no look. Why? Move. 50, Mike 50, huh? And let's pin the mirrors back and go forward.
Now Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Mike. Yellow. Let's go, Lou, Eddie. Here we go. Watch tight end. Tight right. We got three, fellas. We got 3. Let's go, Mike 50.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Pick, baby. You see it all day.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
185. Defense, let's get it together.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. An 18-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They run it again with Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. LaShawn McCoy. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chiefs on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Yellow.
Check the backer. Check one.
15. Under press.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Check three.
On second down now. It's McCoy. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Don't be scared.
And the Raiders have got him. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Butker's kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A. where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Carr gives to Rashard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
They go with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw, it's Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Watch the screen. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Chiefs, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.